guys got your first conference win. What's you kind of feeling right now?
Yeah, it's a nice feeling of relief to get your first conference win. You know, Tulsa's a good team, and we had a tough match on Thursday against Memphis, but I'm glad that we were able to bounce back and play well and also play a lot of players off the bench today. That was pretty big time for the team.
Get that goal early, the first half. They're big to get that into the locker room, and it seemed like your team just played with loose and just took it from there in the second half.
That goal before halftime was huge. Asia Irvin came in big time, coming off the bench and finishing a set piece, which was a key of ours today, was his finished set pieces. And it did give us that confidence and a little bit of a relief to really be able to just to play our style. Also allowed Tulsa not to have to sit back because they were going to have to come forward a little bit more for us. That helped.
Did you learn about your team today? It was a tough match against Memphis. I know you felt really good how you played, but you don't know how the players are going to respond after a match like that. How pleasing is it that they responded really well today in a quick turnaround?
It's always hard coming off of a real emotional, physical match to come out on Sunday and in the heat, but I was really happy with the response. I thought, some of our starters were a little bit tired, but that's where a bench and a deeper roster comes into play. And I mean, we had 2 reserves finish or score today, which was big time. So we really looked to our bench today, and I really think that helped with the energy.
Is that key, having a bench, especially in those second matches of the weekend? A Sunday, especially if it's most of the time it's early matches. Heat could be a factor depending on where you're playing. That's where the depth could really help you out here.
Sunday is always a tough match. Like you said, it's the heat. It's just a lot of load from Thursday, emotional. So the deep bench really comes into play, and I believe this is the deepest, most talented bench that we've ever had.
Kind of touching on that bench you guys have, how happy were you with the offensive pressure that you had today?
We had good offensive pressure, and like I said, we played a lot of people, and so they all got minutes and were able to give that energy and put Tulsa under pressure. If we had to play the starting 11, there would have been a big drop-off because they wouldn't have been able to have that energy for 90 minutes. So I'm really proud of everyone that came in and put in minutes and gave the energy to their team.
What have you learned about your team now? 2 matches. I know you've played a lot of matches, but as you know, conference is so different. The levels, the intensity is different. What did you learn about your team here through the first 2 conference matches?
I learned, we had that we can play and we can perform, and we had a great performance against Memphis, even though it didn't go our way, and we were able to bounce back. So I think emotionally, it shows psychologically that we can come back from a loss and still be able to perform. And another thing that I've been saying is that we have a deep bench, and that we learned that today, that we can bring people off the bench and make a difference for us.
How do you take this now and moving forward here as you're just getting going in conference?
I think we just need to refocus again. It's always about recovery after a long Thursday, Sunday, matches, and now we've only got a couple days before we get on a plane and go to SMU. So we just really need to recover and refocus because SMU is going to be a really tough match for us on Thursday.
Almost it. Best of luck, Coach.
Thank you, guys.